March 28, 1979, 4 a.m. A nuclear reactor near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania begins to fail. Within hours, half the core melts down. 140,000 people flee their homes. The president arrives to inspect the damage. This is 3 Mile Island, America's worst nuclear disaster. 3 Mile Island sat on a small island in the Susquehanna River, 10 miles from Pennsylvania's capital. The plant had 2 reactors, Unit 1 and Unit 2. Unit 2 had been operating for just 3 months when disaster struck. The reactor used pressurized water to cool the uranium fuel rods. If cooling failed, the rods would overheat. They would melt. On that March morning, the cooling system failed. 4 a.m. A pump stops working in the secondary cooling system. The reactor automatically shuts down. This should be routine, but a pressure relief valve sticks open. Coolant drains from the reactor core. The control room operators don't know the valve is stuck. Their instruments show it closed. Water levels drop. The uranium fuel rods overheat. The operators make it worse. They see rising pressure readings. They think there is too much water. They drain more coolant. By 6 a.m., the core temperature hits 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Half the core melts. Hydrogen gas builds up inside the containment building. An explosion becomes possible. At 7 a.m., plant managers declare a general emergency. By 8 a.m., small amounts of radioactive gas vent into the atmosphere. Officials receive complex technical information. They evaluate the situation and public well-being. An official announces a temporary advisory for people in the immediate vicinity to relocate. Many residents decide to move to a safer location. This leads to increased traffic as families depart. Experts arrive to inspect the facility's condition. A technical issue is identified within the system. Specialists closely watch the system and use careful procedures to manage the situation. A national leader visits the site. The leader meets with the team and reviews the operations, which helps calm public concerns. Technical teams work around the clock. They resolve the issue through a controlled process. Soon after, officials announce that the situation is stable and emergency measures are concluded. No one died from radiation exposure. No injuries occurred from radiation. Studies measured the radiation released. The average dose to nearby residents equaled a chest X-ray, but the psychological damage ran deep. Property values collapsed. The nuclear industry faced new scrutiny. The cleanup took 14 years. It cost $1 billion. Workers extracted 100 tons of damaged fuel. They shipped it to Idaho for storage. Unit 2 never reopened. It remains in monitored storage today. Unit 1 continued operating until 2019. The accident had multiple causes. Equipment failed, the stuck valve, the failed pump. But human error made it catastrophic. The operators misread their instruments. They drained coolant when they should have added it. The control room design confused them. Critical information was scattered across hundreds of indicators. Training was inadequate. Operators had never practiced for this scenario. Communication broke down. Utility officials downplayed the severity. Government agencies contradicted each other. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission found the plant's safety culture lacking. 3 Mile Island changed nuclear power in America. The NRC imposed stricter regulations. Plants upgraded control rooms. Operator training improved dramatically. The industry created the Institute of Nuclear Power Operations. Plants now share safety information. Emergency planning expanded. Communities near reactors now have detailed evacuation plans. But public trust never fully recovered. No new nuclear plants were ordered in the U.S. for 30 years after 3 Mile Island. Plans for dozens of reactors were canceled. The accident cost the industry billions in increased safety requirements. 3 Mile Island could have been catastrophic. The containment building held. Most radiation stayed trapped inside. The accident killed the nuclear renaissance of the 1970s. It proved that nuclear power required perfect execution, perfect training, perfect communication. One stuck valve, a few wrong decisions. That's all it took to nearly cause disaster. 3 Mile Island remains a warning. Technology alone cannot prevent catastrophe. Human systems must work flawlessly too.